Really. There, you see it better there. But I don't have it on a tripod, so very hard to remain still. Of course, it is a full moon. Oh yeah, this about now 10 or 15 minutes into the eclipse. The shadow going away from the moon. So it's looking close to a half moon here now. And this little camera, but not on a tripod. You cannot hold it steady enough to bring it in real close. Yeah, you're seeing almost half of it now. So I'm going to cut it off and come back in another 10 minutes and see what's happened. So here we are, 10 minutes later. Now the moon is, you can see almost 3/4 of it now. You can see it, the shadow on the top right corner. And this is almost 1:30 in the morning. So I don't know how long it's actually been in shadow, but it was almost 1 o'clock before it started coming out of the shadow. So I'm assuming from this another 10 to 15 minutes, it will be seeing a full moon again. So I'm going to turn it off now for another 10 minutes. So here we are, approximately 8 minutes later. And it's about to get there. very thin slice of the moon. Still in shadow. So this eclipse, so actually take about an hour to go all the way through the whole thing. Here at the very bottom you see the shadow of some of my oak tree on the moon there. See if I can move around away from that oak a little bit. So here it is. Away from the oak tree again. So we're going to wait another 10 minutes and see what happens. So here we are, 10 minutes later, and the moon is almost full again. Tiny little part of it over there, still in shadow. So I'm assuming another 3 or 4 minutes. The shadow should be completely gone. But I never did see anything but a kind of a real dim orange ball until about 1 o'clock a.m. And today will be the 16th, I guess. So I guess it took a good hour for it to shadow completely leave the moon once it got started. So I don't know how long it was in a full eclipse. But when I first seen it, it was in a full eclipse because all you could see was a dim red ball up there. It was so dim this camera wouldn't even pick it up. I could never really see it in the camera until the first sliver of the moon showed up. So here we are. My arms are getting tired holding this thing up. So I'm just going to say this is another minute or two. And you'll see a full moon again. In fact, you can see there's only a tiny little bit of the shadow left. Just a little bit dark over there on the right side, upper right side of the moon. And our boys will be going back to the moon in a few years. I understand they're going to try to put a base on the moon. So we're going to see how that works out. Oh, how sweet it is. Uneclipse moon over Durant, Florida. Here is the full moon again after the uneclipse. This is some 3.5 hours later. This is approaching 5:30 in the morning, and the moon is down to about midway from overhead to the horizon. And we'll see what it's looking like as it goes on down toward the